And we're live, we're live, we're live. Welcome everybody to the Sisters United Hangout. Oh, maybe we just didn't went live. We're going to the Sisters United Hangout, and today our topic is our sisters blogging secrets for business, your message, and a freedom lifestyle. And before we do that, we're going to quickly go across the panel. Everybody here will introduce themselves, and then we're going to dig into this topic. And anybody, if you're watching, please, shout out where you're from, everything, comments. We're going to be very, very interactive here. Your thoughts, your tips, anything else that you want to share with us. I'm here, so I'll just start real briefly. I'm Valerie Jampolsky. I am the Abundance Mom Freedompreneur from Abundance Now. I am a single mom with twin 5-year-old boys. I would give my naked kid alert, except you know what? They actually have all their clothes on right now, so hopefully it's going to stay on. We were at Disneyland late last night, so they are passed out at the moment. And that's one of the things. I do this so that I can actually do things like say on a Wednesday, heck, I'm going to go to Disneyland, and to be able to talk about things that inspire me, abundance, and all of the topics that we're going to be talking about today. And on blogging. So I am going to pass it on over. The first person on my left right here is Sarita. Sarita, you're up. Oh, no sound.
Hello.
There you go.
Hello, everybody. Sarita here from Perth, Australia, and I've got my fur baby in the back there, Luna, which is so funny because she never sits there. She wants to be on the hangout tonight. And I'm a stay-at-home mom of two beautiful little creatures. Well, human beings, but yeah, 4.5-year-old daughter Grace, and Nicky is turning 3 this month, and I've got my fur baby Luna here. So they keep me busy, and yeah, I'm just super excited to be here. Fantastic. Topic, and just so excited to have all these ladies from all over the world joining us. So I can't wait to dig into this topic. Thanks for having me.
Hey. And hello, Luna. So cute. I'm going to pass it on over to Elizabeth. Elizabeth, you're up.
Hi, my name's Elizabeth Baurys from the Pocono Mountains in Pennsylvania. I am a stay-at-home mom of 4 kids ranging in age from 23 to 10, and with all different types of disabilities, cerebral palsy, autism, heart condition, and severe asthma, and we're just going the rounds trying to make everything through and do it our own way. So back to you.
Oh, wow, you're so concise. I love you. Okay, here we go. I am moving on over to Gabrielle. Oh, do we have sound?
Hey, yeah, is it working, please?
Yes, we have sound.
Okay, good. Yeah, Gabrielle Morrison here, and I am mum of 2. Got a little girl and a little boy, aged 2 and 4, and I'm here in Western Australia as well. So it's just after 11, and I'm normally in bed by around 9 the last few weeks because I've been really busy, like moving house this weekend, so there's been lots of packing and been pretty exhausted. So yeah, I'm really glad that I'm here today because it's really special to join these ladies, and I know we always give basically a lot of value, so it's really important to be here. So yeah, look forward to our discussions tonight, or morning for some of you.
Whatever time of day it is. I think it's so cool that we're here from literally all over the planet. It's amazing. Thank you. And I'm moving on over. It's for you, Joan. You're up.
Ah, really?
Yeah. And welcome. It's the first time for Joan on our Hangout, so welcome. First time on the Hangout with us.
Thank you. I'm really excited to be. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. I'm really excited to be here. Gosh, I'm still in shock that I'm hanging out with you guys. But I'm Joan. I am a stay-at-home mom of 3 boys, 5, 3, and 1.5. I have a husband that is deployed in the military, and so this year has just been a whirlwind for us. But lots of challenges, but I'm just so thankful for this community and just to be here. So.
We're glad you're here. We're glad you're here too. I'm going to go pass it on over to Nikki.
Sorry, I'm at the end. I wasn't expecting to come up so soon.
Oh.
Hi.
I'm going by what's going across on mine. Sorry.
That's different for everyone. I always forget that. I get caught off guard. Yeah, I'm Nicky Jones. I'm also in Perth, Australia with Sarita. It's 11:15 p.m. at the moment. It's been bucketing down with rain today, and it's freezing. Hence my beanie again. I am not a mum. I have fur babies. They are my children. They pretty much are my children. They are definitely treated like children, that's for sure. I'm very, very spoilt. And I am a businesswoman. I am at the moment I'm living and breathing my business, and that's me for the moment, I guess. Really, I love the Sisters United Hangouts. I missed last week's, but I watched the replay, which was amazing. I was so happy, at what everyone was doing, and the tips that everyone gave. This is an amazing community, and what everyone's doing with the Sisters United, all the girls here, everyone that joins us. It's magic. It's just magic. I love that the response that we've been getting from people, and how people are so positive about this movement, and how many women out there really want that connection, and we're providing up that platform for people to have that connection, and yeah, just wonderful. I'm stoked. So thanks, Val.
I'm so glad you were with us. You were with us in spirit last week, because I think I channeled a piece of your advice on the hangout last week. So you're with us, even though you weren't with us. Moving on, we have Regina. I'm so excited you're here, Regina, especially for this.
Hey, ladies. Yeah, I'm at the end of mine too, so I guess all of our panels look a bit different. But hey, everybody. I'm Regina. I am currently in Puerto Vallarta, Mexico. I do travel quite a bit with my husband, and so yeah, I quit my job from the entertainment industry a couple years, well, maybe a little over a year and a half ago, because I remember there was a day it was a public holiday, and I was sitting inside, and the outside was really, really beautiful. And one of the things that I said to myself was, I don't ever want to do this for the rest of my life again. And I started crying because I was working on a public holiday because I wanted to go out and spend time with my family. And so that kind of started the whole, working online thing for me. And ever since then, I've never looked back. And I feel really blessed to be with a panel of look at the panel. Everybody is so different. And it's nice to be around the diversity, but everybody still is working towards the same goals. So it's great to be here. Okay.
So cool. And you're in Mexico. Where are you headed next? I know you're always moving around.
We're going to be in Southern California for 3 weeks, and then we're going to be in Bali for a month and a half or more. I don't know. We just kind of figure out where we go.
I love it. We'll have to connect when you're in Southern California, if anywhere around me, because that's where I'm at.
Absolutely. Yeah, for sure.
And I'm going to go on last but definitely not least, Sheena. And I actually would love you to lead right into this topic, especially given what you are up to right now in terms of...
Well, thank you, Val. My name is Sheena. I'm currently in Toronto, Canada. And, our topic for today is blogging secrets to help you in your business, your message, and your lifestyle. And blogging has been a very big part of my life now. Especially this year, I've done a challenge of blogging every single day for a full year. And a lot of people think I was nuts. And sometimes you gotta do crazy things to get the results that you want, right? Because blogging may be a long-term route, but it will pay off in the end. I mean, I've been doing this, and I've been getting a lot of people asking about blogs, doing different projects together, being on radio shows, people have been asking me to write stuff in their books. You get that kind of exposure that you could never get anywhere else. I mean, yes, we're in the world of social media, but sometimes
you know, things happen, like your YouTube channel gets shut down. Facebook just, you know, puts you in jail for some reason. Twitter cancels your account. You know, Google Plus denies you of your profile. You know, you get these are things that happen on a normal basis, and you know, sometimes you need a platform that is there for you when all these things happen, right? When someone can search for you on Google and wonders, how do I make a pineapple, or how can I make money online, or how can I, you know, quit my job and live a life of freedom and travel everywhere like Regina, or be able to stay at home with my twin sons like Valerie. People are looking for these solutions, and if you're watching this, obviously you want something better. You want to learn how to get this blogging thing done. I mean, you're at the right place right now because we're telling you, you know, these little things. You know, you got to learn first thing you got to learn how to solve a problem, right? Like I said, it can be as simple as learning how to cut a pineapple, because there's still a lot of people there who don't know, to something as more meaningful as how can I help, you know, how can I start making money on my own, right? I mean, as women, we need to learn how to create our own economy, right? Especially in these times where we still face so many problems as a woman, like a pay wage gap. You know, we still, you know, men still look down on us. You know, there's still things in the world such as, you know, getting arranged marriages or being a victim of domestic violence. You know, when we learn how to solve these problems and we can learn how to bring women up, you know, these are things that can change the world, and I truly believe that, right? I truly believe if you can educate a woman to create their own economy, you know, magical things will happen. And we can start doing that by blogging, by spreading our message around. What would happen if, let's say, I was searching around on Google and I saw the story of a woman, right? And you know, she was telling her story about how she was abused for 5 years, you know, by her partner, and she felt like she had nowhere to go until one day she saw this video on the internet that just made her want to click that button, because there was something about it that she knew that it was the one thing that can help her save her life, not only her life, her children's life, right? And because of that, you know, things like this like can uplift a woman. Like I actually, and this is a true story, you know, we were in a live event in Nashville, and I met this girl who really was a victim of domestic violence, and you know, she was so scared to share her story. And for me, it's like, you need to share that story, because these are things that, you know, people need to learn, especially women, right? That you can get out of a dark time and see the light at the end of the tunnel. So, you know, just doing something consistently every single day can, you know what, it's not easy, I'm not going to lie, but it's worth it, right? It's kind of like losing weight or living a healthy lifestyle. The process is simple, doesn't mean it's easy. You got to keep on doing it every single day, or else, you know, you're going to break that chain. You know, things don't happen overnight. They only happen overnight because you do that thing every single day. If you blog once every single day for a whole year, imagine what would happen. A movie that I would love you guys to watch is Julie and Juliet. Wait, is it Julie or Julie? It's Julie and Juliet. It's about this woman. It's a true story as well. She set a challenge to blog every single day for a whole year. She had 500 recipes to do in this cookbook that she got from one of her idols, who was Julia Stiles, I think. And she did it for 365 days straight. And you know what happened to her after she did that? She was able to quit her job. Sorry, that was my phone. She was able to quit her job. She was able to write a book, and she, you know, she's now and they made a movie about her, right? And all because she started blogging, because she got noticed after a blog. Another great story. There's a show. Actually, if there's one TV show that I'd watch, it's this show, just because I'm Asian and I like to support anything that's Asian related. So it's called Fresh Off the Boat, and it's about this Chinese family that moves to Florida, right? Or well, they're already in America, but they moved from like Washington to Florida, and it's about just stories of how Asian kids deal with an American lifestyle. And you know, I was reading this guy's story, and it's also based on a true story. And what happened if they didn't find him on his blog? He was blogging about what he went through as a kid in the mid '90s, being an Asian person in an American setting, right? But none of this would have happened if he didn't start blogging, if he just didn't start sharing his story, right? They always say facts tell, but stories sell. And this is why you need to learn to share your story, because someone's going to get inspired. They're going to see a video that you're passionate about, click that button, and just get started, right? I mean, that's all it is. You know, people find me on my blogs every time. You know, they add me on Facebook. I ask them, like, how did you find me? They'd be like, oh, I found you on a LinkedIn group for your blog, or I found you on a Facebook group, or I found you on Google, right? You want people coming to you versus you going to them, and blogging is a great way to do that. So, and I hope I was able to share something with you guys that can help you just get started. Just start today. Don't worry about mistakes. To this day, I still make the worst grammar mistakes ever. All kinds of spelling mistakes, all kinds of grammar mistakes. But I don't let that stop me because I have a bigger message to give out to the world. I want to help the woman who is struggling, who is feeling like there's no hope in the world, show them that there is, right? There is light at the end of that tunnel. And we can do that through blogging. We can do that by showing you tools and resources that can help you get paid 100 times over, 10 times over for life, right? When you learn these certain skills that people will, you know, pull out their credit card and just give it to you, you know, that's a skill that's worth learning. So that's all I have right now, Valerie.
Thank you, Sheena. Oh my goodness. So much. It's so powerful what you're doing. Regina, I'd love to pass that over to you because you're like the someone that I've learned a lot about blogging. You know, some of my best blogging tips have actually come from you.
Oh, wow. I actually don't consider myself a blogging queen, especially, you know, with Sheena. Sheena's really consistent with all of her blogging, and so I'm just like, this girl's giving so much value right now. It's amazing. And I mean, just what Sheena said is just, you just have to get started. I remember even just before I started working online, I'm like, I don't want to blog. I have no idea what to talk about. And is what I'm saying, or is what I want to say worth hearing? Are people going to hear me? Like, why am I worth listening to? And just like Sheena said, everybody has a story. And the best thing about you is that your story is very different to the next person. There isn't anybody out there who's just like you. And there are a lot of, I think I can hear an echo myself.
Yeah.
So maybe someone wants to just meet themselves out on the panel. So anyways, yeah, just of course there are like technical things that you can do to get yourself up in blogging, but there's so many systems out there that are very, very simple to use, and I think the biggest thing is just being able to find your voice, because everything else will come into play when you want it to. Just for whoever's working out there, or whoever's watching this out there, we actually have a little small gift for you, so I will put that out at the end after you watch this all the way through. Yeah, gosh.
You want to explain a little bit more about what the gift is?
Yeah, so there's so many different tools that you can use, and like I said, the whole technical stuff, it's actually pretty non-existent with certain platforms out there. But there are some really easy tools to make your life efficient and make your blog look pretty and make it look like you actually know what you're doing. So this little gift is just an image of some of the tools that I've used to make my images, my graphics pretty, to make it look like I'm an authority for other people to listen to, that I wanted to pass on to you guys for free, just so that you can get up and running. And it's super easy to use tools, and it makes people look like they're absolutely like professional designers. And because that's one of the things that I came from a very technical background, and I was around artists all the time. And I'm like, how do these people do all this stuff? And I want to make my stuff look pretty like theirs. And there are tools for you to use that can get you up and running. So I'm going to post that link in the comments.
Well, did Regina freeze for everybody else or just me?
Yeah, me too. We lost
Okay.
sound.
Oh, Regina, you froze up. Okay. Well, when you get yourself unfroze, come back on. But we have Dee is on the panel. Dee, hi. We've already gone across everybody introduced. Are you ready up to come on, and we can
Hey, ladies. Yeah, just so excited. Thank you for just allowing me to come on late. I see some new faces here, so you know how I like to do, just say hello to everyone. Sarita, Elizabeth, Gabrielle. Oh, Joan, it's nice to see you. Nikki, goodness gracious, I love everything freaking Nikki writes. I wish I could get inside of her brain. Regina, you're so brilliant. Just thank you for being you. Sheena, girl, you are me in a past life. Valerie, appreciate everything you do. Yeah, I'm just really excited. We're here in the old house. I don't know if you guys can see, like, there's nothing here.
Wow.
And you see, like, all the kids there's Kuan Yin and her cousins and grandma.
Wow.
Yeah, and really that's what I just wanted to share with you all, like, just how cool, it truly is being able to vlog. You see, many of us kind of get a little bit overwhelmed. Here, I'm going to go into the bedroom because I know our office is open. So a lot of us get overwhelmed with blogging and, with really just putting ourselves out on the paper because you're exposing yourself, right? You're exposing who you are. And I found that if we can find the courage to get past that fear, it's so beautiful how many more people you can connect with. Like, think about all the people who are successful across any industry. Just on our panel alone, we have Sarita. What makes Sarita so successful besides being an amazing mom? Well, it's her passion. It's the tenacity. It's the fact that she's just going to keep going. But if she was so concerned with, oh my God, what are other people going to think? Or, oh my God, I'm not going to be successful. And, oh, I can't shoot this video or I can't write that blog, then we wouldn't be able to connect to the Sarita we know today. So I'm just excited. I'm ready to get into the tips. So come on, ladies, let's do this. Let's do this. Come on, I'm so excited. I'm ready to go. I know it's late by you guys, but I love you all, and I'm pumped. Let's do it.
I love it. I love it. Who wants to hop out next? Nikki, you look like you're bursting out. You wanna hop out?
I just love Dee's energy. It's just contagious. Everyone that's met Dee knows that she's just contagious. So, okay. Well, I love blogging. I mean, from a business point of view, it's just magic. The value that you can give a person is, it adds so much to your business. It creates so many opportunities for you. I know Sheena went over some of this, so I'm not going to go over a lot of that again. I'm going to come at it from a bit of a different angle. And for me, I find blogging to be very therapeutic. Not only do I use it as a business platform, but I use it therapeutically. I love writing, and I feel like one of the best ways to get things out of your head and to get clarity on things is to be able to write. And blogging is just such a great platform for that. If you have any issues going on in your life, if you start blogging about these issues, and people are going to want to hear what you have to say. There are always going to be people out there that are going through the same thing as what you're going through, and it's mind-blogging to me. My dog just burst in. How many people have connected to my posts and what I've been posting about. And I post a lot about spirituality and the chakras, and I do business tips as well. But I do a lot of spirituality and empowerment blogs, and I find when you write, you're activating so many of your chakras. You're giving yourself a voice. Even though you're writing, you're opening your throat chakra because you're expressing yourself, and it gives you this voice that you may not have had before. You're using your third chakra. Your creativity is coming out, and we are creative beings. We need to be creating. If we're not creating, we suffer things like depression, illnesses, all sorts of nasty things that come out when we're not expressing ourselves properly, and when we're not creating. We need to be creating, and writing is just such a great way of doing it. And you may not think that you have anything to give to people, that your story may not be important, that you have no value to give to someone, but I guarantee just by you writing out your life, that's going to touch someone. and someone is going to be moved by your story, and they're going to connect with you, and they're going to want to hear more from you. You know, I was been doing some searches on Google lately, and you know, just for information. And what I'm finding more and more is this information that I'm looking for is coming through on people's blogs. It's not so much web pages anymore. The information's coming from people that are blogging. People connecting with each other by blogging. It's wonderful to see. So I mean, if you're a creative person, if you're a writer, this is a great way to fine-tune those skills of your writing skills, and get your thoughts out. Have it like a journal, your own little personal journal, and you can look back on it and you can see little points of your life that you've put down on this blog that people are connecting with also with, and you can see how from when you've started to further on down the road how much you've actually grown as a person. And just by writing things down, I find that often if we're in a situation where we might be going through something very hard, or it's just a difficult situation in our lives, just by writing it down, you often find that you come up with your own answer, because when you write, you put yourself into a state of almost it's like a delta state, and so you're activating your 7th chakra, and therefore the answers are coming to you. You're almost channeling things as you come in, and you might not think that you can do this, but simply by writing, that these things happen because you're letting your creativity flow, and you're opening yourself up. You're being real to yourself. You're listening to your higher self, and it's a magical experience. I just it's such a great platform to express yourself and to get things out of your head and get clarity about things, as well as connecting with other people. And you've got to share your story. There are so many people out there that have been through the same things as you, and again, I think it was Regina that said sometimes you think that no one will relate to you, no one, but it's until you actually write something, and you find that there's many people who've been through the same experiences from you, and they feel that safety, knowing that there is another person out there that gets them, and they're going to want more value from you, so they're going to keep coming back to you. I mean, from a business perspective, this blogging platforms create so much opportunity, because you get to give a person so much value, of whatever your business may be, whatever your interest may be. You connect with that person by blogging, and they get to know you, and you give them value, and you give them so much value. By the end, if you've got banner ads on the side of your blog, or opportunities that you have on your blog, people just want to know you, and so they start clicking everything, and it's great for business that way. So it's a great way to build your brand. If you have a brand out there, blogging is one of the best ways that you can build your brand, and that you can spread the word of your business and let people get to know who you are as a person, so that they want to buy from you. So they want to get something from you. They want to know what you're doing and how you're able to do it. So yeah, that's probably me. I always go on a little bit too long. I get too passionate about these things, but yeah, just document your life, your interests, whatever you're interested in, whatever you're very passionate about, blog about it. You become so much more passionate about it when you start blogging about your passions, and and just connecting with people that have the same interests as you, and it's a great form of networking. Okay, I'm done.
So much. I love what you said in terms of that, for you, the ability to just allow yourself to really tap into, I'm not sure of the exact words that you said, but being able to tap into, I guess in my words would be who you really are, the depth of your being. Use different words. It's like I'm sort of taking notes because I love it.
It's very revealing. It is. It's a process that when you write, your whole energy centers open up, because you become very centered and you become very present, and in that presentness you become so involved in what you're doing. You get this clarity that is so hard to get other than meditation, I found anyway. And it does something for me. It can be a spiritual experience because it's almost like you're channeling through and you're working through your own problems. Or if you're discussing a topic that you're passionate about, you become more passionate about it because you discover things about yourself that you didn't even know were there. It's brilliant. I love it. I can't, blogging is, the best thing.
That is so cool. Regina, you got cut off with technology. Cut you off. You were like mid-thought or mid-sentence. You want to come back and finish what your thoughts were? And Nikki, anybody to see on the page if we've got any comments, thoughts, questions from anybody while I'm pulling back up. I felt bad. All of a sudden you froze. It was like.
All the joys of traveling and being in different countries. I'm just going to be really quick because there are so many other ladies on here who I know will provide a lot of value for the rest of you and deserve to be heard. But I mentioned earlier that you just need to get started, and sometimes you don't know what you want to talk about, and that stuff that evolves. So just start writing. And as you keep on writing, you'll keep getting better. And that's the best thing for the people who are watching you, too, because I remember when I first started, I was terrible. Even in videos, I was terrible. But I just kept doing it. I did 200 videos. I did 300 videos. I put them on my blog. I did 400 videos. And even I did the same thing with my writing. And people are always watching you, so they watch you evolve. And that's the most precious thing about what you're doing and about blogging. They just see you grow, and you notice that with yourself too. So I just wanted to say that as, I guess, my closing comments. Sorry about my technology, but yeah, watch this all the way through. And I actually have 2 graphics that I want to send you guys to show you some of the tools and some information of some of the graphics tools that some of us use here for you guys watching out there, just as a gift. And thanks for being here.
Thank you, Regina. Who feels the urge to pop out next?
I can pop out if you don't mind.
That's so funny. I was going to ask you if no one else did.
Okay. I guess as a lot of people here know, I do write a lot. Writing is my forte, and the reason that I started getting involved in writing was in 5th grade. One of my teachers decided that she needed to find an outlet for me. I was acting out a lot. I was upset a lot. My parents were getting divorced. And she introduced me to writing. And the reason that you do it, it's actually therapeutic for you as you're writing, not just for the people who are reading it, but for you personally. And what I found that is the best thing about the writing is I write graphically. Now, that doesn't mean that it's explicit or anything like that. It's detailed. When you say you're a graphic writer, it's detailed. You're explaining your emotions. You're explaining the things that are impacting you as you're sitting through whatever particular emotional experience that you're having. Most of my posts recently have been very serious because I've been dealing with the things that have happened with my children. And I posted one yesterday, which is a totally different vein from what anybody had ever seen me do. I was making fun of myself and the whole labor process. And, but the thing is, you're explaining the sensations that you're going through, the angst that you're going through, how you're feeling about it. And it's a connecting thing for the people that you're writing to as well as yourself. It allows you to focus on the issue at hand. And the more you do that, the more engaging you are with other people, the more people pay attention to what you have to say. It's something that makes you feel better about what you're going through, as well as gives somebody else the hope and understanding that they're not the only one going through it. I'm trying to think. The thing yesterday with the labor, I was talking about the fact that, I couldn't have an epidural, and so they gave me something called Naldicon, which, it's a hallucinogenic. And so here I am on the beach, and I'm in a hat, and I'm in a bathing suit, and I've got the little thing, and I've got the drink, and I'm enjoying the conversation, and then I'm having a contraction, and I'm back in the room with all the little people with little green Martian booties, and they're all going every which way. But, you're feeling what the other person is feeling as you're describing this. Everybody says that when you have a baby, there's the most beautiful, gorgeous things in the world. who are we kidding? They're covered in blood and gore, and they're gross, and they're disgusting, and you got to wash them all off because who knows what the heck they just came out of, and if they don't catch them on time, there's other stuff there too. But, you have to be able to make fun of yourself. You have to be able to make fun of the situations that you're in because, you know what? You have to be able to laugh at yourself, too, because if you get too serious, you get bogged down by it. I know that most of the time when people talk to me and they hear about what's going on, they see the seriousness, the difficulty of what is going on in the situation. So I had to show that there are times when I'm not as downtrodden. I mean, I look at the brighter side, but how else are you going to make fun of it? I mean, my kid was covered in blood and gore. They had to wipe the crap off her face so I could see what she looked like when they handed her to me, and she was screaming like a banshee, like a siren that would make a boat crash in the middle of the ocean. And when she got put on my chest and she heard my heartbeat, she quieted down instantaneously. It's all about the feelings and the experiences that you're going through. I mean, I'm watching everybody laugh as I'm describing this baby as the most disgusting thing ever, and I love her to death. She's the most beautiful, most happy experience I've had. But, another thing, when kids are really, really smart, they have no common sense. My son and I go at it constantly. And to make people understand, you get frustrated. And I go to a therapy group periodically, and it happens to be a religiously based therapy group. So my son had me so frustrated with how he had no common sense that I just turned around in the group and I said, listen, you guys have got to understand this. I said, have you ever seen those faith healers? And you're explaining what's going on in your mind at the same time. I said, those faith healers, they have them, and they turn around and they bop them in the head and they fall down and they're all healed. I said, wouldn't it be wonderful if I could turn around and take my son, the one who has no common sense, and just slam him really hard in the head and say, common sense, and everybody there laughed their butts off because they totally got it. It was a matter of whether or not they understood what was going on. And it's crazy, but it's an emotional thing. You have to laugh at the serious nature of what's going on with you. And turning around and sharing your experiences, looking at them from a different way, it's funny. It can actually totally be funny, and it's also totally engaging. You turn around, and I love my kids to death, but there are certain things that they make me go absolutely nuts with. But the more emotion that you put into your writing, the more of what you're noticing as you're going about doing it, the more you pull yourself into and other people into your experience. So it's a therapeutic thing. It helps you process, and it helps other people process too. And you know what? I love my kids. I go through crazy streets. I think everybody does. But if I didn't have the writing, I don't know how much sanity I would have a lot of times. You really do. You get the opportunity to see and work the pieces out yourself, as well as letting other people see the situations. And you have to make fun of yourself. But you can do that by looking at the little graphic details as you go along. Had I not noticed that the color of the room was this? Had I not noticed that everybody was wearing Martian green booties? It's just a funny little context, but it brings everybody in. And it's one of the things that help us all get along and help us to engage each other. And I'm babbling, and I'm sorry. So I hope that I let everybody laugh just a little bit.
I love the Martian green booties. Yeah, no, you're definitely not babbling. Joan, Gabrielle, Sarita, anybody want to pop out? Dee, you kind of like off in the background there. Want to pop out?
I might pop out quickly.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, ladies. What I love about this is that we all have these different perspectives, different views on blogging. We've got some writers here, and Nikki's channeling when she's blogging. I don't write a lot when I blog. I do a lot of video blogs, like vlogs, because I find it's nice and quick, and I still have written my blog. But what I love about it is there is so many ways. It can be therapeutic. It can be to promote your business. It can be your online diary. I love to know that you know, one day my kids can read my blogs, and they can really, like, for me to know that I could just check what my mum did, you know, when she was 35 or whatever, and what she was interested in. I think it's just a beautiful legacy to leave for your kids when you're a mother. For example, like, that's something that I would be so excited to know that my daughter would read my blog one day, you know. And I pretty much, for me, I don't put too much thought into blogging. I just kind of share the things that I'm interested in and passionate about, and I just love that I have a platform that I can share with the world, and it won't be taken down by YouTube or whatever, you know. Like Sheena was explaining, you know, we live in this world where, you know, things can get shut down, and Twitter accounts can be, you know, or you can be booted off Facebook for a few weeks, or, you know, things like that. And when you have your blog, that's your kind of your home, your online home, and you can even put some banners on the side, and you can be really creative with it. And I was really nervous about starting to blog as well, but then I started seeing it like, you know, I post a lot of things on Facebook, so I just see it like, you know, don't get so serious about it, and just start opening up and share your life with the world, and just talk about the things that you love to talk about. And, you know, you're going to get better with it with time, and the more you learn, but it doesn't have to be perfect, and that's the beautiful thing as well. You know, we're just knowing that you can read someone's blog, and we all have different personalities, we all have different things we can share with the world, and some people will resonate with your blog, and some will resonate with someone else, and that's what I love about it as well. So, and you don't have to actually actively promote anything, you know, but because it's this, you know, you can put like banners on the side and stuff, so people start reading. You know, I've put even raw food recipes on my blog, and just things that I did with my kids. But then I still get sales from my blog because I've got like banners on the side where people can click on, and you know, if they're interested in how I earn an income from home, they can click on that. But I'm not actually talking about it ever, which that's what I love. You know, you can earn an income from blogging without even talking about anything to do with business. You could just talk about, you know, raw food, or whatever workout you did this morning, or, you know, just shoot a quick video and put that on your blog, and you can still earn an income. Which, that's why I love this business, because it's truly what you make it. Your blog is what you make it. Some people get very into the, you know, there's SEO and all this technical. I'm not very technical at all. I just pretty much just blog about what I feel like, but I still can earn an income from it because I have little things set up on the blog, like calls to action on the side. And when people get interested, it's like, oh, I really like what she's writing. I really like, you know, her, you know, I'm very similar. You know, you attract very similar people to you. They start clicking all over, and suddenly they've you know, they possibly bought a product from you, and you earned an income by talking about your passions or talking about your family. And that's just what I love about blogging, that it's whatever you want to make it. It can be very business focused, it can be very family focused, it can be whatever, it can be very spiritual, it can be therapeutic. It's actually really exciting, like just hearing all my sisters from all around the globe talking about, you know, what it means to them, because it means for everybody something different, and it's just a beautiful creative way to express ourselves as human beings. And yeah, just hearing everyone here has inspired me to do some other things with my blog. So thank you.
Yeah, I love it. You actually inspired me, Sarita, because I've never considered myself much of a writer either. When I saw you doing just those little, the simple video blog with quotes and images, and just something truly just, you know, simple and inspirational, it inspired me. It inspired me. So, Joan or Gabrielle, D, who wants to?
Sure, I can talk. I can come out. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. I'm not popping up on the screen. Do I need to push a button?
I've clicked you on.
Is it up?
I've clicked you
cool.
on the main screen. Yeah.
Awesome. Okay. Yeah, I loved everybody's input on blogging and how it's so different for everybody, and I love that. And I guess for me, when I first started blogging, you know, I have 3 kids. I wanted to make some money, or earn income online, and I wanted to find a way to do that. And I also, for me, I think I take blogging as, since I've got 3 kids, I've got a lot of my time is kind of limited. It was the best way for me to give back to a multitude of people out there that are online, searching for different blogs. So for me, it is something super spiritual, and I like how I can just give back with a simple blog, give back to, and reach, a lot of people. And I agree with all the other ladies here that your story can help so many people, and you can give to so many people just by sharing your story. And I believe that I think personally, the more personal my blogs are, the more interaction I get. So I think that's really cool too. And so that's what I love about blogging, is that you can give, you can give part of your life, and it reaches so many people out there. So that's all I've got to say, and thank you guys so much.
It's so cool. And we love the little pattern interrupt of your little one in the background.
Yeah.
Gabrielle, are you, I can't tell if you're on or live or...
Yes, I'm still here. Oh, it's been awesome listening to everyone. And one of the things that Sheena said right at the beginning, which I think is so important, is by doing this, we're bringing people to us. Like, we're not hunting around for people to come and work with us. We're attracting them to us, and that is so crucial in this. Because you don't want to be searching around the internet, searching around Facebook, trying to find people. That's not fun. That's not a fun business at all. Like, our training helps us learn how to attract people, and it's really, really important. Yeah, I love also that we can share anything. I did get a bit, like, when I started, actually, I just want to share, because the products we have can be used in any business. So I actually joined to use the products and the training on my own business, and I did that, and I was getting some really awesome results. And then I kind of thought, like, what I was doing was health coaching, and it was very overwhelming, and I was it's a lot of time and energy to help coach each person. And I was in this community, and I was watching everyone just earning money from their blogging. I was like, hold on a minute, like, they're having so much fun here, and I'm just slaving away. Like, although I did enjoy it, and I will go back to it, and when my kids are a bit older, it was just very draining. So I switched over, and I started blogging about what I was learning. Learn, do, teach. That's what we share. And so I was blogging about all the different sort of techie things I was learning, and my mindset changing, and that's what I've kind of focused on. And I've actually, like, I always go the long way around. Like, I changed my name like 3 different times, like different branding. I was like, kind of got a bit lost, and I've actually come now full circle, and I'm back to my health and wellness because that's what I love. And I kind of, like, even though I loved sharing the stuff I was learning, my passion is always with health and wellness, and now I'm back on my health blog, and because I've learned how to market that better and attract people to my blog. We've mentioned a couple of times we can put different banners on the side, so I can still blog about the stuff I love, my health, but on the side of my blog there's some different options for people to purchase the products. And I wanted to mention something about that, actually. A lot of bloggers have banners on the side of their website advertising for other companies, and other companies are taking the higher cut, and they will be earning money from it, but not as much. Whereas with us, we actually, we're part of the company. Like, when people do click on the link in your banner, the money's coming to you. It's not going to someone else, like a very high percentage of it. So it's a real bonus to have those products, and those products are good for offline, online businesses. Very, very they're awesome. I just wrote a few things so I wouldn't forget. Yes, it's just another thing really about we learn how to share the stuff. We learn how to share our blog. We all have really different niches. I know Sheena's like, you can go on her blog and just learn so much about blogging, about all this techie stuff. You go to Sarita and you're learning about law of attraction, and you go to Nikki and she's got all her chakras on there. You know, you can just learn about anything, and we learn how to then share that with the world. And yeah, it just doesn't matter where you're coming from. I've had a few girls recently talk to me, and they're interested in fashion, so they can blog about fashion, and then on the side of their blog they've got these banners which track back sales to them. And yeah, you don't have to think, oh, I'm not a marketer. You don't have to talk about marketing. You know, that's the real bonus of this, even unless you want to, because once you start learning it, you might want to share that too. So yeah, that's my point today.
Oh, it's so powerful. So many, so much stuff, so much information, and I love the variety of everybody as well. What we do with it. DDD, I'm dying to bring you out because you've been vlogging for a long time.
Hey, Mama. Yeah, and it's kind of funny because all the things that, like, let's say you go to like some super guru, blogger, genius person in the world, and everything that they say to do, I've done the opposite of. So I just want to say, like, a disclaimer, like, it can all work with blogging. It can all work. The only thing that I think that makes it work is when Gabrielle said that, you know, it came back full circle for her, and I'm like, yes, that's what we needed to hear. You know, people, you know, we preach, but Sarita's such a great example of it. You know, Sarita learns, you know, many technical things with blogging, and what does she say? I'm not techie. So you're not going to go to her blog and find out like the top 10 ways to, you know, be technical and blog, because that's not her. But she's still implementing the learn, do, teach. So when Gabrielle mentioned that and she's going back to health and wellness, I thought to myself, well, one, I definitely need to set up an appointment because I need to get on the ball. You know what I mean? And just start from head to toe. I feel like if your mind is right, you can just accomplish so much more. But how do you get your mind right? Well, you got to fuel it with the right things. So I feel like Gabrielle is so powerful. And just what you study and what you bring out, I think it's amazing. So anyway, I just thinking about blogging and how I've implemented it throughout the years. For example, I am not a consistent blogger by any means. And I know that a lot of success has to be based upon consistency. But I just want to let you know that even if you're not consistent, just doing it over the period of time. So yeah, it may take you longer to achieve that X amount of dollars or whatever your idea of success is, because many people, your idea of success may not even be tied to the monetary implications of placing action in your business, and that's perfectly fine. I just want to be, you know, speak in a way that I can share with everyone, you know. And when Gabrielle mentioned that, someone said, yeah, I've definitely done a few circles as well. We have like a chat here with all of us, the speakers, our panel, and so, you know, I was just thanking everyone, and then Joan's like, yeah, I've done that too. And so even my brand, when we first started online, I was D. Sterling because that's my maiden name. He didn't put a ring on it yet, so hey, I'm not taking your name, you don't put a ring on it. So I was D. Sterling. Then finally I was like, you know what? Nope, still not going to use your name, but I'll be Escape into Freedom. So switch to Escape into Freedom. Then he decides to put a ring on it, and I'm like, well, Differentia ain't so bad. So then I go to Differentia. And then I, you know, started Bliss Talk TV, created a Facebook group, Bliss Warriors. It's like all these things, and then all of a sudden what happens, you know? You start focusing on, wait a minute, out of all the people that I've ever signed up, and, you know, if I go into, like, my members area and I see, like who signed up, you know, over 50% of the people who buy product from me directly are women. And when I'm doing my coaching consultations, they're women. So I thought to myself, I love you guys, but I'm already married anyway, and let's just be real. You know, let's talk to who my audience is. So I started focusing on that. And the reason why I mentioned this is because while I was focused on my women target demographic, I did not blog on Differentia. I was just overwhelmed, you know, I was too busy. I'm like, let me just focus on this one thing. And I didn't blog on Differentia. I didn't focus on like the other blogs at all. I just focused on that one project. Well, here's what happened. Everyone from my other influences came through here. So now I have like all these people who are now following me, and so that's what I really wanted to share with you. Sharing your story, blogging, you know, we get a little bit intimidated because we see someone with this awesome brand and we're like, you know, sitting in front of GoDaddy with our like a blank stuff on our head and we're just like, oh my goodness, how do we get a URL? But the truth is, it's not just about the URL, it's not just about the brand. All of that evolves in time. You want to hear something really cool? I started doing some coaching, some training, and the woman charges about $1,000 an hour. She's a beast. She's got like a million people following her on Facebook, okay, on her Facebook page. So when it comes to social media and, you know, giving value, and I had a question, I felt, you know what, I'm not going to ask someone who, you know, has an idea of what should be done. I'm going to go out and seek the advice from someone who has accomplished more than I have done. Do you see where I'm coming from on that? So I came to her and asked her a few questions about that, and then she said something to me that made me think, oh, no, she didn't, but in a good way. Here's what she said. I was really, really hurt about my brand because I'm like, oh, these people have great URLs, and Justin's like, put a number 11 behind it. You guys, if you don't know my husband, his number is 11. So I'm looking for a URL, and he's like, who cares, you know? He's like, who cares? Freedom.com is taken. Just do freedom11.com. I'm like, are you kidding me? So like, and he actually owns Freedom 11 or something like that. So I'm just like, baby, I don't want a random number. I want like, and he's like, random. So that was like a whole different discussion. But anyway, I was stuck on this. So I came to her, and I'm like, these people have great brands, and yeah, I have the Women of Bliss, I have my name, but my name is me. You know what I'm saying? I want to build a community where everyone feels open, that they can come to this blog and hang out and whatever the case was. And she said something to me, and I was just like, shut the front door. Oh my gosh. She said, your brand has to evolve. And as a consumer, if your brand is not evolving over time, then you don't have any value to share with the marketplace. Ladies, guests, viewers watching this on the replay, I tell you, she said that to me, and I just looked at the message, and I was like, oh my God, I'm going to change my brand every month. Like, I realized I didn't need to be attached to that anymore. You know what I mean? Like, who cares what I name the freaking blog? Who cares, you know, if I decide to blog about health and wellness now, and if I decide to blog about, you know, making money later, and if, you know, I decide to get on a hangout with Joan, and, you know, she shares with me, because she has 3, I only have 1, so she shares with me how she freaking did it, you know? Like, it's all of these things that I thought about, and I said, wow, you mean to tell me that I could really talk about anything? Yes, you can. So if there's one thing, you know, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 women on this panel. What I want you to do, if you're watching it, here's your action assignment. You have some comments and some notes. But if you're like me, you should have been taking notes the entire time. So what you do is on your paper, you know, Sarita spoke, write down one thing you learned from Sarita. Elizabeth spoke, write down one thing you learned from Elizabeth. Gabrielle spoke, write down one thing you learned, and keep going and keep going. Why? Because at the end of this hangout, the idea or the confusion or being overwhelmed on not knowing what to blog about is no longer an issue. Why? Because you have us, and we are here, and your brand will continue evolving. So that's the one thing that if you say, like, what did I learn from Dee this morning? She sure was talking a lot. If that's the one thing that you can say that you learned from me, it's the point of evolution. evolution. Be willing to evolve and be willing to accept everyone the way that they are. If there's one thing that I haven't learned, you see there's a button below, and when you click that button below, of course you're going to join our network because we're amazing and we have a lot of fun, right? But besides all of those great things and besides all the money, the person that you become on the way is really a beautiful process. You see us sitting here with you now, it's just because we're going through that process. That's why we're able to sit here and speak to you. But what I want to share with you when you get on that side, this isn't a community for people who are just business owners. This isn't a community for people who just want to blog. This isn't a people or a community for just moms or just for women or just for hot women just on a panel like we just happen to do so effortlessly. This is for freedom. And when you're writing down on your paper, you have all our names and one thing that you learned from each and every one of us. What I want you to write down as well, that one thing I want you to write down, freedom. What is your idea of freedom? What is your idea of freedom? Get clear. Get focused. Because the next hangout, we're going to actually show you how to attain it. But in order for us to do that, you have to get clear on what that idea of freedom is. So start blowing up the comments. Start throughout the week. Come back to the page. Watch it again. Get clear on what your idea of freedom is, because we can't help you get there if you don't know what it is for you. So love you all, ladies. I have 4%, and just namaste and thank you.
Thank you, Dee. I love that.
Wow.
So powerful. Anybody, speaking of the comments, Nikki, anybody who's monitoring the comments, see what's going on in there, because I think something might have just blown up.
Sorry, wow, I'm just blown away by it. I'm just so excited. I want to press the button again myself. It was awesome. I just quickly read. We do have quite a few comments, which is great, which means our comment thread is working tonight. So that's awesome. I mean, everyone's just loving what Dee said. Boom, it's that's hit home with a lot of people. It's just anyone out there who is listening to Dee for the first time. What you just got there is absolute gold. You've just got $1,000 worth of information right there from this woman. She's just amazing. So, okay. I'll get on. It's Charlene Burke. Hey, Charlene. Charlene writes, and that's why I chose to grow as my brand, showing that I'm continuing to learn, evolve, and change. Haven't lost a follower yet, and I'm actually getting great encouraging messages from business and community. So that's awesome news, Charlene. Angie Hackner. I hear you, Gabrielle. Be true to yourself. Now, Angie always has written as well, I share workout videos and recipes, which I have loved all my life. It helps me because I like to help women empower themselves through exercise. So another example of just what you can be blogging about and how she's helping people, how Angie's helping people empower herself through fitness. And it's not just the fitness that she's doing. She's doing workout videos, sharing her workout videos and her recipes, so encouraging people to live that healthy lifestyle, which is similar to what Gabrielle does as well. Lucy Flowers, hey Lucy, love you. She's with us every week, so I love to give Lucy a shout out every week. She's like our favourite follower. Having to search, I actually asked the question on the thread there for bloggers, for people out there who are already bloggers. How has blogging helped them? And Lucy writes, having to search for content has educated me further. I learn as I blog. My confidence has soared since I began blogging in some surprising areas, such as I now take control of my time and people are aware of my rules I have. My writing has improved, and I am now happy that that if I write about it, it will make sense and have value. It also has encouraged me to get out of the house more, spend more time with my family, have experiences. I have begun to tick things off my bucket list to do, all with the intention of blogging about it. I have met many new and wonderful people, and I feel I have a support network and people like myself. It's a whole new world. So, I mean, that's amazing, like just what Lucy's written. That's what it's all about. She's showing how she's evolved through her blogging process and how it's pushed her to some of her limits. Awesome stuff. Michelle, another one who's with us every week. Hey, Michelle, love you. Michelle Tofia, or Tafoya, I keep getting her name wrong. Blogging has definitely been therapy for me. I've had to look within and found healing in my faith again after losing my mum 7 years ago. Sharing her story and mine and has been a blessing, all from starting a blog and a business. So amazing. Now, I had the pleasure of meeting Michelle in Nashville, actually, at an event for the business that we're all connected to. And Michelle has a very, very powerful story, and she's very connected to that and very passionate about that. And the way that she writes and talks about her story is just amazing, and that comes through in everything that she does with her business, and her blog is the same. It's just very passionate, and she is one of those people out there who has a very strong message that connects with a lot of people to do with cancer, and you know, she's really helping people change their lives and helping people get through that difficult time that she went through. So it's a pardon me, it's a platform that you can use, that you've had a really, really tough experience and you've got through that. So you know all the tips and tricks. You know the easy way to get through it now because you've been through it. So you want to share that experience with other people. You want to share those tips and tricks of how to get through that difficult situation with other people, and that's exactly what Michelle's doing, and she's doing it really, really well. A lot of people agreeing that it's very therapeutic, and that a lot of growth is to be had by doing blogging. And a lot of people are saying that they've actually watched the movie Julie and Julia, and they love it. So I think I may have watched it, but I might watch it again. So, and Patricia Henry is just saying, hey ladies, love ya. So love Patricia, how ya? And yeah, just crazy about Dee's comments. So it's wonderful. Thanks guys. Love hearing from you. It's awesome that the feed's going tonight, and we get to hear from you. So keep those comments coming. I'm getting excited reading them. People are excited, actually. What they're writing is just. I've been connecting with a lot of people. Like Dee said, it does not have to be a business thing for you. This can be something for you to have a voice, for you to be able to I love what Sarita said about leaving a legacy for children. I had never ever seen it. Not having children myself, I never saw it like that. But how wonderful to have something on the internet, which will be around for a while, and the kids can go through it and go, oh my God, Mum's life has just been amazing. That's wonderful. I mean, just for that purpose alone, like a personal journal, it's such a wonderful thing. And there's so many people out there as well that have, they've got training in one area and don't use it anymore. A lot of people that go to university or, I know Gabrielle's a nurse, but she's not really, I know she's trying to get out of that job at the moment, but she has those skills and she has that knowledge. So even though she may not be using them now, she can use this blog platform to write about what she knows and to help other people. So, your experiences and the things that you've learned, the things that you've paid money to learn about, you can share that with other people, and you can give that information to other people, and it's very powerful. So, yeah, you can really make a difference, just by blogging. You really, really can. You can touch so many people's lives with your story, and you can learn so much about yourself in the meantime. So, yeah, thanks for the comments, girls, and keep them coming. Thanks, Val.
Yeah, I think it's so powerful. Anybody else on the panel comment anything from what Dee said, from our chat, from everything? I
just want to thank all the ladies for their inputs. It's been really inspiring just hearing everyone's different opinion about how they're vlogging, and Dee was just on fire. That was amazing. So I want to button again as well. So I'm just so inspired. It's just such a creative way to express yourself. you know, and you can make it whatever you want, you know. You can use it just for your personal, like, diary, or for your business, and the you know, it's infinite possibilities, truly, what you make it. And I just love it, you know, to have a platform like that for all of us, you know, and how healing it can be, and how obviously, you know, you can blog about the stuff that you love and you can make money from it. I mean, how good is that? It's just brilliant. I don't know if, like, some people might know my story and some don't, but I've never worked online before. I never done anything online, and I've only been blogging for about a year. But, you know, I pretty much now, yeah, I don't have any other income from that. I truly just live from what I do online and from blogging, and I really don't see it as work. I just share my life. I share videos of my kids. I share recipes. I share about, you know, things that inspire me, and I just share them on, and I get paid for it, which is just brilliant. So I don't think I'll ever go back to a normal job, because this is just wonderful. Plus, I'm going to leave a legacy for my children, and, you know, one day I'm going to drop off the planet, but hopefully my blog is still there and people can check on what I loved, and what, you know, my grandkids can maybe read my blog one day. So I just think it's wonderful. It's just a wonderful thing, and thank you so much for you ladies sharing what it means to you and how we can use it better. And it's just a total new world. And just even hearing Lucy, like, Lucy's on my team, and hearing her, like, how much it's changed her life. You know, she's just commented before, and Nicky was reading out what Lucy said. I found that really touched me. You know, even just to know that you're gonna be blogging, and that you're gonna go out and have a better day, or you do more exciting things because you know you're gonna be blogging about something. So it's just amazing what a blog can do for your life. So if you don't have a blog, click on that link below, because it's a beautiful thing in so many ways.
Exactly, and I think on that note, that's, you know, I don't know what else to say there. And, you know, yeah, definitely. You know, if you everyone click on that link below and share what freedom means to you, and we'll come back next week and we'll dig into that.
Yeah. One thing I just want to point out, actually, for some people that may be actually watching this, that has clicked on our individual links to get to this hangout, we all are bloggers. All of the women you see on this panel right here, we're all bloggers. We all make money from blogging. Now, you don't have to use your blog for this, but this is what we do. We are bloggers, and with this Freedompreneur system, this is what we're doing, and this is how we're making money. If you want freedom in your life, this is the way to go. I'm telling you. I just want to make that really clear. Like, as Dee said, if you want freedom in your life, and you want to really, really live and have a financial lifestyle of financial freedom, and you know, just to be able to really, really live life, this is the way to go. You don't want to be working a 9-to-5 job, you know, slaving away in a job that you hate, selling your soul. You know, be passionate about what you want to do. You know, and blogging is the first step to doing that. And I have done a bricks and mortar business before. I've done a mobile business before. I've been employed before. And this, by far, this network of people that I'm in, these beautiful ladies that are on the panel with me, you know, I absolutely love. And we are all doing the same thing. And we are all doing really, really good with it. You know, we're making a living doing this. So, you know, if you want freedom in your life, girls, anyone out there watching, you know, this is it. This is it. This is what you need to be doing. It's very powerful. It's such a powerful platform. So, sorry, just getting my passion.
That's so awesome, Nikki. It's just about making a decision. I think, like, people come into it and they're like, but what are they doing? I'm like, well, just come and see.
Absolutely, absolutely. So yeah, and if you're here, you're still watching here, and you haven't connected with us, there's a reason why you're here. That's all I'm gonna say. There is a reason why you're here. So connect with us. We'll see on the other side of all of this, you know, everything that's going on in the background, and also come back next week and write, and, you know, start your expression. Start your expression right here, and then you can get the blog and then put it out there on the blog. What freedom means to you. What freedom means to you. So big hugs to you all, and we'll see you on the other side. Excited to see your blogs, and we'll see you all next week.